Hi everyone, welcome back to the Kia Hyundai channel. My name's Gabby.
And I'm Charlotte.
And for the first time ever, we now have all-wheel drive on a mid-size sedan, thanks to Hyundai and the Sonata. So this model is actually called what, Charlotte?
This is the 2024 Hyundai Sonata Preferred with Trend all-wheel drive.
So this is actually a bit of a strange vehicle because it's the only Sonata with all-wheel drive at this point. If you get the 2.5 liter turbocharged engine that comes in the N line, you don't get all-wheel drive anymore. But if you get one trim below this one, you also don't get all-wheel drive.
So it really is kind of a weird mix. It's giving Seltos EX front-wheel drive, if you will, where it almost seems like a mythical vehicle, but it might just be the right one for you.
Yeah, I will say we live in Canada where we get really, really cold winters, icy, snowy conditions, but we also have just about everything else. We got sand, we got gravel, we got mud.
We got sun.
Yeah, we got sun, earth, air, fire, and this vehicle is ready to tackle almost all of those. So we're gonna give you a full walkthrough of the interior and the exterior, but before we do that, we're gonna go through our intro, which is a little bit long. Charlotte, do you wanna take it away?
For sure. So if you guys are new to the Kia Hyundai channel, we do these videos for 3 different reasons. The first reason we do these videos is for those of you who own Kia Hyundai product. We want you to be your own experts on your vehicles. Second reason, if you're considering purchasing a new vehicle or a new to you vehicle, why not consider Kia and Hyundai as a brand? They've done a lot of really different stuff in the past couple of years, and hot take, they're not what you think that they may be. The third reason is if you live in Ontario, which is here in Canada, and you want a new Kia or you want a new Hyundai, we want to help you get into that. Myself and Gabby are here at Brantford Kia, and we also have 2 Hyundai stores that are part of our dealer group at Brantford Hyundai and Owen Sound Hyundai.
All right.
So with that being said, let's get into the exterior walk around.
Let's roll right into it. So one thing that is new, other than of course all-wheel drive in the Sonata, is the look. So for 2024, they also did a brand new refresh, which means our entire front end looks different. We don't have that traditional guppy style that we had in the previous body style Sonata. For a good reason, I don't think I was entirely a fan of that. So first things first, what catches my eye is this beautiful Horizon style daytime running light. It's a full LED light bar. It is extremely bright and very distinct. You will not be able to miss this vehicle on the road. It demands attention, which I really do like. And again, this isn't a sporty trim. This is not the turbocharged engine, but this vehicle just looks darn sleek and sporty, which I really, really do love. We also have a glossy black front bumper with integrated sensors. With integrated sensors. No ultrasonic sensors, but we do have our forward radar right over here. That's going to be utilized for your smart cruise control and your forward collision avoidance. So for forward collision avoidance, a lot of people think it's just the camera that's located in your windshield. It's actually a mix of both of these on this vehicle because it is an advanced system. Essentially, this is always going to monitor the distance of the car ahead of you to make sure you're following at a safe distance. It'll warn you if you're not, and it even applies braking force if need be. So a very, very smart car. I have the full headlight system on right now, and if you want to come check it out, Charlotte, I'll invite you over to this side, just because then I can point to what I'm talking about. So we got our LED light bar for our daytime running lights, but also our main headlight unit. It may not look like much, but this is extremely bright and very, very sharp. So no matter what conditions you're driving in, this car just cuts right through it, and you have incredible visibility. On top of that, you also have intelligent high beam assist, meaning that this vehicle will shut off its high beams when it sees other vehicles approaching. So very, very smart. Let's move over to this side of the vehicle. We'll talk about the wheels and just the general profile of the body. And of course, we will go into the engine, transmission, and just overall powertrain, but that'll just be a second. So for the wheels, these are exclusive to the tread package. And you can see we got 18-inch alloys. Nice design. I do like them. They're very, very sporty, very sleek, and again, ties in that dark meets light design pattern. We have some side emblems here, or side accents, I should say. A mix of black and body color on the vehicle. And this pink color is called what, Charlotte?
Transmission blue.
And I want to say transmission failure blue because I don't really see how this is blue at all. Let me know what you guys think. It looks gray. Yeah, it's very much gray. But okay, blue, I guess. Let's work our way up. Up at the top, we have a panoramic sunroof, so you can see everything looks glossy black, but of course that is glass, and you do have that beautiful view out the window, or out the sunroof. There is a little bit of satin metal along your windows as well too, with the tie-in of black pillars. So again, that dark beats lights or opposites united design philosophy. Coming along to the back, we got a black lip spoiler. Like, is that really a spoiler? I don't know, but I'm gonna call it that for today's video. We also have our beautiful taillights, which again have that Horizon style pattern. So it's extending all the way across the rear of the vehicle. Sonata is written boldly in low profile stamping. So it may look like this is actually embossed into the paint. It doesn't stick out. It doesn't look cheap. It looks so, so good. And our Hyundai emblem's actually built in to the glass over here. So it's in the vehicle. Right over here, we have our rear camera, which is in a really nice position. Usually it's somewhere around here. And then we have our trunk release. So I'll give that a push, lifts right up. You can also open this from your key fob. And then into the back, we have a ton of space. Charlotte, you want to get a little closer in here? You can see there is so much room. If you need to knock down your rear seats, you can do so in a 60-40 split, so left and right. And we have a tire mobility kit, no spare tire in this vehicle. Let's see if there's room for one though. So, do a quick peek. I'd say you can certainly put a spare tire back here. So if you take out this styrofoam kit, you could certainly fit one. Close this up, and shall we talk powertrain?
I think we shall.
All right, I'm going to pop the hood. Gas cap is on the driver's side panel. Oh, I hit my mic. Sorry, guys. Okay. So this vehicle is going to be equipped with our 2.5 liter 4-cylinder non-turbo. So this one's naturally aspirated. You're going to get 191 horsepower, 181 pound-feet of torque. So again, not huge numbers, but this vehicle is where you're going to shine in the efficiency department. And of course, you get that all-wheel drive. Now when it comes to all-wheel drive, it's Hyundai's H-Track system, so you best believe it's going to primarily be front wheel until it detects slippage, and that's the case. It's going to send power to the rear wheels to give you the torque that you need to get out of the conditions that you're in. So it's a smart system, meaning you're not going to be wasting all that gas powering all those wheels all at the same time. Subaru, I'm looking at you. And then for our transmission, it's an 8-speed traditional automatic, so no dual clutch in this vehicle, just a smooth shifting auto. Right, Charlotte, you want to talk about the inside?
I'd love to.
Okay.
All right. So now we get to go and take a look on the inside of the vehicle, and I'll have Gabby give a nice view of the inside.
It's a little dirty. Sorry, those are just the stickers, but the rest of the interior is nice and clean.
So this way you can get a nice overview. You can really orient yourself with the vehicle, and you can see that we have some really nice leather seating for your driver and for your passenger. You're going to have heated and ventilated seats.
And ventilated?
And ventilated.
Dang!
So you know that you're going to be nice and comfortable. For the driver, you have a 6-way power adjustable seat with the inclusion of 2-way lumbar support. So a grand total of 8-way power adjustable, and for your passenger, you're going to have 6-way power adjustable too. Now, it does not stop there because we have some really great comfort features too. We have the inclusion of memory seats. This will allow you to save 2 per user driver profile, that's what I'm trying to say. This will also save your mirror settings. Your mirrors are power folding, they are heated, and they do have the inclusion of a blind spot detection with them too. So lots going on in the mirror department. Of course, regular window controls, and for the design elements on our door, we're going to have our speakers. We're going to have some nice chrome accents with this integrated door handle and some nice soft touch leather too. So absolutely, I think it looks great.
So do the memory seats also save the mirror position?
They do.
Ooh, I like that.
I know, lots of ways to save. When it comes to some features on this side, you do have your trunk release, also electronic parking brake, brightness adjuster, and the disabling of traction control should you want to do that.
I see your screens look a little bit different. Is this vehicle equipped with their new software?
You better believe that it is. For 2024, we get to see our new CCNC with over-the-air updates in the 2024 Sonata. We also, for our digital instrument cluster, we have a 4.2-inch screen in the center, and we're utilizing those simplified graphics, which I think look absolutely stunning, very modern, very sporty, and a lot of fun. So I'll have Gabby come around and we can keep talking about it a little bit more.
All right. Guys, I don't know if you could tell, but I'm pretty passionate about CCNC. And let me know if you think this vehicle is blue. Now that I'm looking at it through the phone screen, I can see it is kind of blue tinted. But in person, this is gray. You can't tell me otherwise. All right. Hello.
Okay. I didn't see there. So hopefully one thing that you can pick up from this vehicle is that it is very much driver focused. And you can see that we have the screens in front of me, and both of them are conjoined, and they have a slight curve towards the driver, but it still makes it very easy for Gabby to access it. Now, in addition to just the screens being driver focused, also, of course, our steering wheel. Who else gets that but the driver? And from there, I love that you have the convenient use of your driving controls like cruise control, lane keep assist, lane follow assist, and then also your media controls. And they're very easy to use with toggles and also some roller dials too. In the center, looking a little bit different, we don't have our typical Hyundai H, but we do have H in Morse code for us. And right behind us, we have paddle shifters. If you want a Fast and Furious quote for today, family's forever. You don't turn your back on family.
Oh boy.
It's getting worse every time. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, guys.
Yeah.
I can't.
Gabby can't do anything about it.
No.
I'm so sorry.
I'm not happy with her either, but
Yeah,
that's fine.
we know. But, okay. Oh, why did I do that?
Off.
There we go. That was Goblin-esque.
Well,
so sorry.
Climate control.
We've got climate control. Let's talk about it since we already adjusted it. We do have dual zone climate control, which is what I was trying to show for you guys. So meaning I can have my temperature set to one and Gabby can have her set to the other. So although it is driver focused and I can sync them should I want, it's nice that also Gabby has the convenience of having it set as her own temperature. On this screen here, we also have our heated seats. We've got our ventilated seats. You can turn it off, turn it on, front and rear defrost. And something that I also love about this vehicle is that it has the inclusion of a auto defogging windshield. So that is super fun. And pretty much what that means is you don't have to fight with the temperature when you're using your defrost to get it to basically defog your windshield. It'll do it automatically for you, set it to the right temperature. But oh, sorry.
I saw a comment that made me giggle, and it was, "What's that thing under the steering wheel?" Well, that's your rear gear shift. We don't get one of them lever styles anymore.
So we do have a column-mounted shift-by-wire, but it is nice to have the inclusion of paddle shifters with that. So if you still manually want to gear down or gear up, you still can. Well, as much as you can pretty much when you're driving an automatic vehicle. The nice thing is even if you are using your paddle shifters, if you stop shifting, the vehicle, it's not going to keep you in that same gear. It's going to go back to shifting like a normal automatic vehicle would. So that is very nice. But let's talk about the star of the show, and that's obviously going to be our 12.3-inch infotainment screen running that new software as we already talked about. So with this, you do have the option for a wireless Android Auto or Apple CarPlay through your phone projection. And I love how easy to use this screen is and how customizable it is. So here you're able to drop down and do your quick controls. It really is just like your phone. And from here, if I want to choose what I want to show, add things, slide up, slide down, I could do so very easily. Now also, if there's some features here that I don't want to use, I'm able to move them to the other side, and there's tons of different ways to customize this to make it a better experience for you.
Can you eat it?
Can I yeet it?
You can eat it.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Is that what you're asking?
No, it's okay. Let's go.
Does this mean I'm old? Am I out of it?
Where's the NOS button, Charlotte?
Oh, there is not one in this car, but... Oh, there you go.
Oh, girl.
No, that's just the horn. We do have a push to start, so you got that button, but no NOS in this vehicle. I do love that we have this nice faux carbon fiber detailing though for our dash, and again, the vents and the vent lines really mimic the Horizon style DRL that we see on the front. Down below, of course, we already talked about climate control, but we also have your media controls here, volume, channel surfing, and also the inclusion of that search button, which is becoming commonplace on Kia and Hyundai vehicles. And this search button, it's not limited to just destinations. You can also search contacts, different media. You can use it for destinations as well, but it's really cool. You can also use it for your features. So I absolutely love that feature. It's so cool, especially if you're getting into a new vehicle and aren't too sure of what all of the features are. But of course, that's not going to be you guys because you watch the Kia Hyundai channel.
So true.
Were you going to say something? Sorry.
I just saw a question. Is there a modes in all-wheel drive, like snow, mud, and sand? The answer is, well, not exactly. You do have drive modes, and snow is one of them, but you don't get mud and sand mode. However, this all-wheel drive system does adjust as needed, so depending on the slippage that the car senses, it's going to send power as needed to the wheels that need to be powered.
Yes, and like what Gabby said when she was explaining the all-wheel drive system, that is all in conjunction with Hyundai's H-Track all-wheel drive. So pretty cool. But Gabby did show you, of course, the drive modes that we have. So we've got normal, sport, my drive, which is fun, and also snow mode. We also have the inclusion of auto hold in this vehicle. So when that's enabled, if you're driving the vehicle and bring it to a full and complete stop, you can take your foot off of the brake and it will hold you there until you put your foot back on the gas and you're ready to go. Let's talk about that backup camera. There it is. Very nice, clear picture, clearer than what we're filming on. And we do have the inclusion of dynamic guidelines too, which will move for you. You can also stretch it to a widescreen view and utilize this whole 12.3-inch screen for a full picture. If you've got a bike rack or something like that, you can also use this camera, this mode. Very helpful for lining things up. And sometimes we like to try to line it up with the grid. Obviously, we did not do that today, but that's okay. Good challenge. I realized I didn't talk about too much what we have down here. Now, if you do want to use wired CarPlay, you can certainly do so utilizing this USB-C, or you can simply switch it to just be charging. Again, one for Gabby, and we have the inclusion of a 12-volt here too, and tons of space if you want to set your devices here if they're plugged in charging, or if you want to put your wallet to change all of that good stuff. Also, another handy little slot here for your phone if you want. We got cup holders, and I really like the way that this center console is integrated into the, I guess, center of the vehicle. I think it looks great. And you have a decent amount of space in here too.
This entire area just looks real nice.
This is very luxe. I like that it's more of the matted black plastic instead of a glossy piano black. Just makes it feel more premium, a little bit more fun too. I really enjoy how that is.
I think we need to speak our truth for a second. So yesterday we filmed the top of the line Kia Sorento.
Yes.
And everything was covered in piano black. However, the entry trim level Sorento had this material, which is like a matted plastic. It doesn't feel cheap at all, though. When I say plastic,
it
a lot
has
of people
a silky finish.
Yeah, it has a nice silky finish. This is way more luxurious than piano black.
I think that this area here looks absolutely great. I love this setup. I love this design. I think it looks chef's kiss.
Hides fingerprints way better too, so
very much so.
Who doesn't love that?
Who doesn't love that?
All right.
Up top, you can see we do have a beautiful panoramic roof. There we go. So there it is, open. And you also have the nice inclusion of a bug net here, so you can open this and not have to worry about anything being sucked in like a vacuum.
What if they fly in?
What if they fly in? Well, out of luck. Leave it open, they'll
There's
fly
only so
out.
much we can do.
I'm not an engineer.
All right, what's
I
next?
think on that note, let's hop to the back seat.
Sure. Also show that the passenger seat is powered. No lumbar support, but you get adjustments.
But 6-way power adjustable.
Yesterday you had the coughing fit. Today it's going to be me.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I passed that on to you.
It's okay.
All right, so space-wise, I am pleasantly surprised at how much foot and legroom is. I'll show here too, as the seat is moved back a little bit further. Seats, of course, you are able to sit in them. They're pretty comfortable. Yeah, good amount of space back here, surprising amount of footroom, surprising amount of headroom, even though we do have the inclusion of the sunroof. So again, it might be hard to tell on camera, and sometimes the color of the headliner can really mess this up as well. Something I would have liked to have seen in this vehicle is going to be the inclusion of rear air vents. I always like to see that, but you can't win them all. So we don't have those in the center, but down at the bottom we do have 2 USB-Cs. They're wrapped in some plastic right now, but they are there. And we also have a 1 mesh cargo pocket. For the center seat, I will say, for this being an all-wheel drive vehicle and a midsize sedan, this is a bigger hump. Like, this is probably one of the bigger ones that you will see. So my knees,
that's tall, yeah.
Yeah, my knees are up a fair bit, but I am also wearing heels. I'm not taking my shoes off today. So it might be better if you're having your smaller person here, probably having 1 foot in each side, if I'm being completely honest. That's a pretty tall one.
On another note, Charlotte, the car's looking really blue now that the lights are off.
Now the lights are off, perfect.
I see the transmission blue.
You also do have car seat anchors. If anyone had questions about that, you've got them in the back seat. So they are there ready to go.
All right. I feel like last minute details I want to point out. Just check out some of the body lines and styling they've done to the Sonata, giving it an overall more, I want to say, handsome appeal. I know handsome's not.
No, I think that's a good word.
You think so?
It's very geometric. This is probably a little bit more of classic Hyundai's design instead of the Santa Fe, which of course is a lot more boxy, a lot more angular, just in a different way. That is categorized primarily by 90-degree angles, where here we see a good amount of acute angles.
Yeah. I think it looks really good. And check out the body lines just along the entire vehicle, the run down into the accents. Sorry if you guys can hear my shoes clanking, but
Click, 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 click,
clickety
click,
clack. Just lots of lines. That's all I have to say.
Lots of lines.
And I will say, like, compared to the previous Sonata, which was so guppy, like those headlights, they just screamed like froggy or.
Yes, this is very different. This is very sleek, nice, slim, low profile. I think it looks great. I think it's very underrated in its redesign.
It's a beautiful car for sure. And of course, if you were looking at other mid-size sedans, obviously the Accord, the Camry, that kind of thing, there used to be the Kia K5, which was the sister vehicle to this, so same powertrain and whatnot. And now it was available with all-wheel drive. It's axed for this year, so if you want a good all-wheel drive mid-size sedan, this is it.
Yeah. Now, if you are in the U.S., of course, you are getting the 2025 K5. Here in Canada, we are not as lucky. We do love it, but it is gone. But it is still nice to have this as the option for an all-wheel drive mid-size sedan.
For sure. It's a beautiful one. That's for sure.
So I see they're not axing everything yet.
Yeah.
So
There's still a lot of sedan people out there, car people out there that just don't want to move to an SUV. I'm one of them. I get you guys. It's nice to see that they're still making stuff for us. All right. What's going on in the chat?
let's see what's going on.
Oh, Ken asked K5 versus not all-wheel drive. So I did prefer the look of the K5. I like Kia styling a lot more most times. However, because it's axed, the Sonata wins by default now. So, yep.
Chris said, finally a proper all-wheel drive sedan. I don't know why the industry took so long to do that. The Fusion was the only one, and they did that a long time ago. Yeah, that's right.
Well, I mean, the Camry does it.
Yeah, Camry does it.
The Accord does it. I feel like everyone's got one now. Hyundai was the only one waiting. Compact sedans, not a lot of people are doing that yet, but...
No. Midsize, yeah. Yeah, midsize more.
Midsize, yeah. Obviously Subaru too, so they had the... I feel like Legacy might be a little bit bigger. I don't know the technical class of that vehicle, but yeah, I guess maybe Legacy. Mark had an update about his Ioniq. Did I tell you the horn died on my Ioniq 6? Sheesh, 12 days later, I still have no car. Okay, they got a blank in order to cut correctly. Oh, that sucks. I'm glad they're getting it taken care of now, though. Anything with a key is just so, it's so tedious. Keys are such a small thing that can have so many problems. Any updates on the hybrid model? So still nothing yet from as far as we've heard in Canada. Keep in mind, we're also Canadian-based Hyundai dealership. Usually the States get more information than us and they get it before us. So I guess just stay tuned and we'll be giving or sharing all the information we find out.
Someone was asking about different colors. Now this one, because it's kind of an odd trim, I'll say. It doesn't come in quite the wide variety of colors, but you still do get your classic white, black, gray, and then also this blue.
Yeah, blue.
Use that term loosely.
Mark said, honestly, it was kind of silly of Hyundai not to ship it in the fob, making it easier to lose. Haha. No, I'm totally with you. So these newer key fobs, and the Kia Telluride and the new Sorento are doing it too. We have these new big fobs, and all of the physical keys are separated, or the mechanical keys, I should say. It just seems like a nightmare for me. I know I'm pretty bad for losing stuff, and I'm pretty bad for taking keys and moving them around. It doesn't sound like a dream for me, but okay. Let's see, I think Camry, the new one, they dropped their all-wheel drive for that electric motor on the rear axle that sometimes works, kind of like the auto stop and start, but variable for it to work. That's a good point, a very good point. I haven't been too updated in my Toyota knowledge just because I thought nothing changes with them, but apparently not. So, Charlotte, any questions you want to answer?
Does this vehicle have the sport pedals? No, it does not. Those are going to be in the N line.
Sport pedals?
Yeah, sport pedals.
I really like the full LED light line on the car behind you. The car we filmed. So yeah, the Sonata's new Horizon style light looks really good. We also see that in the Hyundai Kona, and I think we'll slowly start seeing it in more and more of Hyundai's vehicles. It's definitely, Kia had the tiger face approach. I think this is going to be Hyundai's new signature look.
A lot of people, even as they were coming through the dealership today, were asking if this is an EV. And a lot of them think that because of the Horizon style DRL, but no.
Like blank stare.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, no.
Can we compare the Sonata with the Audi A4? I mean, you can compare it with anything really. A4 again is a sedan. Very, very different price points as well too. But certainly. Earth wants me to answer his question. I'm going to try to find it. Oh, I was saving the actual question for the Q&A. How to update your nav on an older Hyundai model? Is it SD card based? Yes, you would have to download it to not an SD card, but a USB drive. Oh no, navigation. You do need an SD card. So again, you'll have to look at your actual nav's layout. If it does have a spot for an SD card, you will have to download it to the SD card, drop it in there. Some other models though will only take the USB. So you just got to see which one yours calls for. Map and soft. Yes, Joseph's right. Gabby, oh, I already answered that. All right, anything else you would like to answer?
I don't think so. We're at about the 26-minute mark, so that's probably good for where we should be. The car's saying no, we're done.
The car is finished. All right, so we're going to end off today's live video. I think we should probably let you guys know about our Santa Fe test drive and how the video footage is so bad.
Maybe we'll post some of it as a blooper reel.
Yes.
Because, man, there are some real nice shots in there.
And they're not of the Sonata.
They're not of the Sonata.
They're of the floor.
The camera literally flying throughout the car.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went through a sunroof, so it was a good time.
Charlotte was barefoot.
I was barefoot. Nobody wants to see that. Nobody's going to see that.
Actually, I think there might be people.
No, we're not even saying that. We're not even putting that out there. Bye, everyone.
All right. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.